Good morning. Thank you for taking the time to go through this brief presentation from Tesser Insights. Tesser Insights was founded in 2019. We are headquartered in Atlanta, in the United States. We have development and service divisions in India, primarily in Chennai and Bangalore. Our leadership team has over 25 years of average experience in providing data engineering and analytics services for large, global corporations. We are a Microsoft partner for data analytics. Our vision is to empower business users in the enterprises with agility and speed to insights. How do we provide agility and speed to insights? Through a unified, self-serve, data and analytics platform for business users. With all the tools pre-integrated in one place. With all the functions accessible from a single pane of glass. Under one platform. For one price, under a single subscription fee. Business users can experiment with data and insights, solve use cases on their own, and share results with other users and applications. Idea to insights all on a single pane of glass, with a click of a few buttons. No need to hop from tool to tool. Firstly, they can orchestrate data end to end. They can get actionable insights. They can collaborate with other business users to share and reuse data and insights. They can integrate with other applications through API. Business users can bring their own data. They can transform by combining their data with enterprise data. They can get auto insights right at ingestion. These insights are narrated right at ingestion by our proprietary module, Tesser Actionable Insights, TI, as we call it. More about TI later. Business users can derive their own insights by building models and applying them to solve their use cases. They can collaborate with other business users to share and reuse data and insights. They can share data and insights with third-party applications through APIs. Business users can experiment with data and insights, solve use cases on their own, and share results with other users and applications. Idea to insights all on a single pane of glass, with a click of a few buttons. No need to hop from tool to tool. We guarantee security and privacy by providing an exclusive instance of the platform for each enterprise and exclusive sandbox for each business user within the enterprise. Business users can bring their own data. They can ingest files or tables, convert ingested files to datasets, cleanse datasets to make them ready for transformation and analysis. They can connect to enterprise data and transform by combining their data with enterprise data, for example, sales data or order summary data. They can also combine their data with data shared by other users. They can get auto insights right at ingestion of their data and also after transformation. They can automatically get narrated insights on key influencers. They can do what-if analysis. They can interact with data asking questions in a natural language. They can also view and treat outliers, view and correct missing values, perform univariate analysis, and bivariate analysis. We call this Tesser Actionable Insights, TI. They can also derive their own insights by building models and applying them to datasets. They can get descriptive, predictive, and prescriptive insights. They can also collaborate with other business users, sharing and reusing data and insights. They can share files, tables, transformed datasets, analysis, and visualizations. They can share data and insights through APIs. They can click in any dataset and create APIs on the fly. They can test and publish APIs. All from a single window. With no coding. As part of data orchestration at all times, they will have access to their data catalog, which includes their own ingested data, enterprise data for which they have access, and data shared with them by others. They can visualize datasets at any point in time, through Power BI, which is embedded into the platform. All through their use case orchestration, they get guidance, through a wizard, that tracks what they do, and guides them on the next steps. We call it My Activity. Now let us get into use case demonstration. The use case is, I am a used cars sales representative, and I am the business user. I work for a dealership enterprise. I have a list of cars to be sold, and I would like to predict the sale price of the cars for the list with me. The assumption is, I have the list of cars detail in a file. The dealership enterprise uses the Tesser Insights platform. The platform has used cars sales history as enterprise data, which I would like to use to predict the sale price. For which, I will build a prediction model from history data, test, and save. I will apply prediction on my dataset to get predictions. For which, I will ingest cars to be sold data from a file, combine this with enterprise data which is used cars sales history, and use the transformed dataset to predict the price. I will also share and reuse the predicted price with other users and applications. Now let me take you through the demo flow. Firstly, I will log in and view my data catalog. This will show me used cars sales history as enterprise data. Then, I will click on tie on this dataset to get Tesser actionable insights. I will view the profile of the data and data health. Before building my model, there will be a few outliers on the history data which I will treat. For example, I will take certain one-off premium sales from the past out of the model. To help me build the model, I will get key influencers that influences the sale price, for example, model of the car, age of the car. Then I will move on to building the prediction model, and I will test and save the model to be applied on my data. I will use the key influences got from tie, like the age of the car and miles driven, for building the model. I have a list of cars that need to be sold with me in a file, which is my own data. I will ingest the same, convert to table, and cleanse. Then I will combine this with used cars sales history to create a transformed dataset. Then I will apply the built model on this transformed dataset to predict the price of the car. This will add the predicted sale price for all the cars to be sold, and I will get predicted sale price dataset. I will also share this with other staff and also export the data as file for my offline use. For the sake of demonstration, I will also create an API and publish the same for use by other applications. I will also show you how all my activities are tracked and how I get guidance on the next step at each step of my use case orchestration. If we have time, I will show you more on tie. We can see what if analysis, we can interact with data asking questions, we can view univariate and bivariate analysis. We will also get to see visualization through embedded Power BI. Welcome to Tesser Insights Use Case Demo. On login, we will get a view of the data catalog. There are sections like datasets, prepared, files, analyses, reports, dashboards, and API catalog. First, let us focus on the datasets section. We will see others later. Here we will see all the datasets for which we have access. Right now, we are just seeing 4 items here. Used cars sales history is the enterprise dataset for which we have access. The other 3 items are shared by other users. The owner names of each of the item in the catalog is also shown here. We also should see the list of items brought in through ingestion. At this point, we have not ingested any. Later we will do that. Used cars sales history is the dataset we are interested in. Now let us see the auto insights given by Tesser actionable insights for this dataset. Remember, our focus is to use this dataset to build a prediction model to predict the sales price for the list of cars to be sold by us. We see the preview of this dataset automatically right below on the same screen. For example, model name of the car, age of the car, miles driven, price at which it was sold, etc. Profile of the data can be seen by clicking on the Profile tab right next to Preview. This includes information of statistical importance: mean, median, mode, and more. We can also view the data health displayed on the top right corner. It displays the missing values or errors in the data. Also, the duplicate records, if any, are mentioned here. Data health for this data is 93.89%. Clicking on the highlighted numbers here will get us more details. This will take us to univariate analysis page, where we will have the option to treat these variations. We can also get insights on related datasets and related clusters if any. More about it later. Clicking on the blue arrow on the left of the used cars sales history dataset will take us to auto-narrated insights from TI. Tesser actionable insights. We get the key influencers automatically. We can choose the field that we are interested in here. If we choose selling price, we get to see car age, mileage driven, and original sale price as the influencers. Later we will use this information to build the prediction model. We can also do what-if analysis if we want. We can interact with the data asking questions. We leverage embedded Power BI for this purpose. We can get narrated insights summary. For example, there is a negative correlation between miles driven and sale price, which is obviously true. We can get information on the outliers. For example, there are some outliers identified on the selling price. Clicking on the selling price, we will be taken to univariate analysis on this field. This is the univariate analysis on the selling price. We can treat the outliers from here. It is important to handle errors and outliers to ensure model accuracy. This is the univariate analysis on the original price. Let us now get on with building the prediction model by clicking on the Build Model tab. Let us choose the model's name as Resale Price Prediction, and we will use linear regression algorithm for our model. We can choose the sample training data from the existing data set itself. Let us choose first 100 number of rows as sample. Now let us proceed to build the model. Let us choose selling price as the field to predict. Let us choose car age, miles driven, and the original price as the influencers. Remember, we got them through TI. Tesser actionable insights. Now let us proceed further. Now you can review and refine the model. You can look at the training data. You can also review the training data. You can get more analytics information on the model. Let us go back to the main screen and select the section Analyses. Now you can see under Analyses, Used Cars Sales History. Under the tab Models Built, we will see our recent model, which is Resale Price Prediction. So far, what we have done is to create a prediction model on used cars sales history dataset to predict the resale price of the cars. Before building the model, we got the key influencers from TI, Tesser Actionable Insights, automatically. We also reviewed outliers and treated them before the model is built. Now we have to bring our data, which is list of cars to be sold. This we do by ingest data. You can ingest from file or ingest from database. Since we have our data in a file, we will ingest the file. Used cars for sales.ces. As soon as we ingest, we can see it in File section. We also get to see a preview of the file here. We can convert files to a dataset by clicking on the Define Dataset button. At this point, the data types of the attributes are automatically identified based on the data and suggested to you. You are given the option to change the data type to a more appropriate data type. Converted file can be saved as a new table, or overwrite an existing table, or append to an existing table, based on what we want. Let us go with a new table and call it as Cars to be Sold. Now Cars to be Sold is available in the Datasets section of the data lake. This is right at the top. Now you can cleanse this table Cars to be Sold as needed. We can choose columns to cleanse and apply cleanse functions to each column. Based on the data type of each attribute, a certain set of cleanse operations are possible. Now we have used cars sales history as enterprise data. And we have cars to be sold as our own data. We just ingested, converted, and cleansed the data. When you think it is all done, you realize that you are missing an important piece of information for prediction. You don't have the original price of the cars to be sold. Luckily, your colleague has a simple database of car model with year and price details. And you ask him or her to share that with you. And boom, it comes in your datasets section now. Now we have to combine cars to be sold with car brand details shared by our colleague. Let us select cars to be sold dataset and click on Transform. The Transform page provides basic capabilities such as joins, aggregation, filter, and sort across datasets. Let us click on Add Table icon to add the table shared by our colleague, which is car brand details. For joining two tables, both the tables that need to be joined should be selected. So we select both tables and click on Join. The system automatically makes an inner join, and we save this transformation as a table by name for my sale price prediction. I can see my saved transformation under Prepared section, which I can reuse. Cleanse functions also can be saved and reused. If you want to share this transformation, you can do the same right from here by clicking on the lock icon. And choose the names of the people with whom you want to share. This is like my colleague sharing the car brand details with me. The same dataset will also be available under Analyses section. From here I can click on the dataset, look at models that are relevant to me. And we can see that the resale price prediction, created by us, is relevant. We can click on the Predict button to predict. As soon as we do that, we get a preview of the prediction data, which will include selling price prediction. This information can be downloaded for our use or for sharing with others. This will also be available in the Datasets section for us to use anytime. This will also be available in the Datasets section for use anytime. We can share this from here too with others. You can also share the same with third-party applications by creating an API on the fly. This applied to all items in datasets, both single and combined datasets. At all points in time, my activity keeps track of all your activities and also guides you through the next steps. You can see the objects created by, objected tagged as favorites, objects used by you, and usage count. For each action you take, you get notification on its success or failure. Also, if it is successful, you get recommendation on the next step. Thank you very much for your kind attention.